So I want to take a moment today and talk about my song, The East Winds, because for me, when I hear a song, not just my own music, but when I hear a song that really has a lot of depth to it emotionally, and the lyrics are just phenomenal and they make me feel something, I find that I remember things from various different angles, from various perspectives, or with new information, I'm able to come at it with a new perspective. And so today I wanted to talk about the East Winds and how it came about, and thinking about it from where I am today, and just the expansion and growth that has happened as I'm leaning into some new beginnings, as I'm shifting the perspective and dialogue from which I approach certain situations. I thought this was a great way to model how we can bring perspective to situations from a place of joy, as well as from a place of healing, or as part of an iteration of a layer of healing. So I'm going to play my song, and yeah, let's see what I hear, what I remember, and I'm going to express from the heart in the moment as soon as the song is done. East winds are blowing our way, the east winds, they come for 3 days, the east winds, they have lots to say, along with the rising sun. The east winds are coming with change, the east winds, they're coming my way, the east winds are blowing away the clouds. Rise on red and gold horizons, the future foretold horizons, they meet in my soul today. The east winds are coming our way, the east winds, they blow for 3 days, the east winds threaten to carry me away. Now watch it rise, now watch it rise, the sun, it comes, these red gold skies, the east winds are helping me rise. The east winds are blowing my way, the east winds, I want them to stay, the east winds, they blow me to change. Take me home, take me home. Okay, so I'm gonna start with when I first wrote that song, and I wrote it as, I spat it as one song, and I heard the music, the feeling of the music, and the wonderful friend of mine, producer, who helped me with this and did not desire any credit for it, really captured the feeling of the music and the emotion and all of the essence of the setting, I guess, or the set. You can really hear my theater kid, the theater kid in me, and how the music automatically has a very dynamic presence, and there's a lot going on. So it was Christmas of 2019, Christmas Eve morn, if you will, which is really interesting for me because I have a memory of me on this red leather chair in El Salvador in my parents' house, when I lived with my grandparents in San Salvador. And I'm sitting on this red chair right beside a Christmas tree all lit up. And of course, for those of you that know me, I grew up not celebrating Christmas. And so when I finally left that line of thinking, I decided to celebrate. And for all the things that I saw were beautiful in the celebration. But I was in this new area of my life where I didn't believe in God in the way that I had been taught to believe and the way that I had learned through my observation. And I was in a new stage where that word was really loaded and really heavy. So I was conflicted about celebrating Christmas. It was now my third Christmas. Yeah, it was going to be my third Christmas as an adult. Remembering this celebration, presumably I had 2 to 3 Christmases as an infant. But 2017 really was my first Christmas. So 2019 was now my third Christmas. I was observing things about me that I didn't love, things that I did love or that I did miss about who I had become at different stages of my life, and all of a sudden I wasn't anymore. And what I loved about those parts of my life, and I was really conflicted about if I was just going through the motions and what those motions meant, and all the stuff that we used to celebrate with, and all the magic, like truly magic, it feels like, of that emotion of love and giving and generosity, and I was having a hard time with who I wanted to be and what I wanted and where I was, and how amazingly I had created all the things I'd ever imagined, let alone dreamed of. I was diving into my art, but I knew I was in the wrong place in all areas of my life, including the city I lived in. I wanted to travel, but I stayed in my life, in my job, in my circumstance, because I was still growing and I had so much to learn. But there was something else, and in the song I sing the horizons, the future foretold. It was a dream that I had that actually kept me right where it was, trying to figure out what the hell I believed in. And that was, I'd had a dream about a child that I had given birth to, and he was this man's son that was in my life. And I had chosen this man very meticulously, given my circumstances. And so this dream of this beautiful boy leaning up against an entryway, and this white frame, right, of an entryway, and he ran up to it towards me, so I was looking at him like this, and he ran up to it, And I was still a distance, like I was in the room and he was like almost entering the room, the space. And then he ran out joyfully and excited and leaned up on this frame. And his eyes were this beautiful green. And his hair was this beautiful brown. I have a dark, most of my life I've had a dark black hair color, so I knew this was this man's son. And when I was here looking at the horizons, this future, I'm arriving, I'm seeing at a distance, and I'm also arriving at this place where there's a before and an after horizon, because there's this awareness now of what I didn't know before, or the data I hadn't processed yet, or the awarenesses I hadn't prioritized yet. And so the future foretold for me was this child, this opportunity. And it terrified me. And then, but I was having a hard time being where I was. And I know that's why I fell into a depression after that, where I was in the depression. But I really fell into it and tried to, my nervous system started to activate and really climb out of it and get ideas, because I had this opportunity, and I remembered this moment where I made the decision to stay and give this new reality a chance. Is because I really loved what I saw. I loved the life, the magic, even though I didn't quite fit, or I didn't feel seen in the ways that mattered to me. But I wanted to stay, saw the winds to stay, and I wondered, could this be real? But they also blow me to change. I always told myself I wouldn't have a child, with so many out there needing a parent already. Yeah. Anyways, mothering is home for me. Family is home for me. And so in the end, I say, take me to family, take me home. And I just don't know what that tribe, that family looked like back then. And as I've journeyed through now, I wouldn't change a thing. And I'm glad this was my first song. I really love it. And I always hear something different every time. I hope you like it too.